Alright, things I want to see in Dead by Daylight 2025. Because this game kind of needs to change because we had the same things over many years and we should change it up a little. So starting with the first thing I want to see is stronger communication with the community because they have it already. The problem is sometimes it's a little delayed on the communication. Like sometimes collections at the store come out before they say anything, and sometimes when they release things they don't say anything important sometimes because there was a misexecution when that new collection came out where actually some of the areas were Legion Rock, so certain countries and states couldn't get it, and there was a whole big issue of it. They finally sorted it out, but to prevent that happening again, they should be clearer. So when a collection comes out, they should post a thing the day it comes out and say, you can't purchase it if it's like certain countries, if it's region lock, or this is for everyone and it's not Legion Lock. That's just a thing that I would see improve, but the thing I want them to see the ad is prestige rewards. And I don't mean like people when they say, oh, let's get 100 prestige rewards. Yes, 100. So what I'm thinking is, when you prestige your characters, you see like the gold symbol, bronze, and then when you get prestige red, it's red, and I think there's purple. But each time, what they should do is they give each character a costume, like an outfit. It starts bronze, so like it's like legacy, so you see like it's reacted, but it's like bronze, and then when you move up it turns, you get another outfit, and then this time it's silver, and then when you move up again, when it goes like red or purple, then you get a purple or a red prestige outfit. So even if you don't prestige to 100, you'll always have a prestige reward. And then same thing with like certain things, you get like better charms, and then when you get to prestige 100 you get a reactive banner, a skin where you'll have the rank symbol on the back says prestige 100, and then you have the legacy reaction where it's like going through the person's arm and body and on the uniform, and it's reactive. And it would be cool because everyone will have it. At the start, bronze will have obviously the bronze color, then you move up, you get another one, then you get that color and that color, that color, until you max out. And it's not gonna be a limited time, so you could build up whenever you can, and it'd be cool. And then they could also add like different charms that you get when you get prestige, and then or outfits. So you get the outfit, no matter what, everyone's gonna get an outfit like bronze, silver, red, all those, with the symbol on the back of their shirt and clothes, and then the reactive part, and then it just builds up when you get the other ones. That would be a cool idea to see. Or they could, and then for the killers, they could do the same thing, but like their weapons and masks could do it too. And then maybe for some other rewards you get for prestige, and any prestige, you might get like common stuff, like common moris that are like quick moris, not that cool in bronze and silver. But when you get like purple and red, the max, you get like a really good mori for everyone that could use it. So that'd be really cool. And then going on to the next thing I want to see come in the game is, killers have their own power each time they come in the game, so they're unique, and you want to play each killer, and then they have the 3 perks that everyone could get, and that doesn't really matter. So what they should do for survivors, is do the same thing. They don't get powers like the killer where they'll somehow like teleport or something. They'll get like unique bills. So let's say Dwight. He gets a special ability where not any other survivors can, where random parts will spawn around the map, and you collect them, and you collect enough, and then a shop will appear, or a workbench will appear, only for Dwight. And your teammates can't help you collect the scraps and all. And you go to the workbench, and the much scrap you collect, you can make an item to have in the game if you don't bring an item. So like you could craft a flashlight, a med kit, but it's not like you're taking it before game. You're making it during the game, which would be fun. And to make it balanced, you could only craft the item once. So if you craft a yellow med kit, you can't craft another med kit. You have to wait until you have to craft another item like a toolbox. You can only craft that item once, but you could craft more stuff. So let's say you have a yellow toolbox. You collect more scrap. You could either make another item and lose the med kit, and then you can't make it again during the trial, or you can upgrade it, so yellow to green, and then, or yellow to any rarity. You just have to have enough scrap, which would be cool. And once, so let's say the med kit is common and it's out of charges. If you upgrade it when you still have it, you'll get a refill on the charges. So, but they'll do it like this to balance it out. So if you go to yellow and you have no charges, you only get a couple charges. And then when you get purple, you get more charges. And then green, you get a little more charges. So purple is the max for medkits, so you would get the full charge. So you won't get full charges with the other styles, which would be cool. Same thing with the maps and all that. And then for another sample, Meg, she's a sports person, so she gets the ability, she can leap over other things and climb besides pallets and windows. So let's say there's I'm not saying like those big rocks right there. Like there's a small set of rocks. Only it's a cooldown ability, but she can hop over the rock. Like so she could escape the killer, but other survivors can't do it. So it gives a little uniqueness to that. So that'd be cool if survivors get their own unique ability when you buy them, because right now you're just buying a character, it's a skin, and you just get 3 perks that eventually everyone could use. So what they should do is they reduce the price of the DLC, take the 3 perks out of the DLC, give them to all players, or like give them to all players, and then just have the special ability of survivors for that survivor, so the survivors be unique and want people to play them. The next thing I want to see in Dead by Daylight eventually is a store, like a better version of the store. Like we have the shrine, but it's terrible. So basically, when I was talking about where they take them out of the DLC, you could either have them in daily rewards and put perks in there, and you could earn them by doing dailies, or you put them in the new shop, and then you buy the perks with blood points instead. So if people don't want to level up the character, you just put your blood points in perks. That'd be fun to do. Next thing I want to see is rework on dailies, because the rewards are god awful. It's always blood points. Maybe some days do shard fragments, blood points again, but maybe add like you get a common piece of an outfit. And I'm not saying the ones for the stores, they're just for the daily. So like one of these days you'll randomly get like a daily that says do 10 gens and you'll get like a common shirt for all survivors or just one survivor. So it'll give you a reason to do the dailies instead of not really doing the dailies. The other things I want to see is improvement on the blood point leveling up. Because yes, they made it a little faster and you get more blood points in games, but I think there's got to be more ways to get even more blood points, because the grind is still ridiculous and everyone doesn't have time to just grind to 100 for every single character, because sometimes they want to get the Prestige 6, get the Prestige outfit, all the bloody clothes, and then move on to the next character. So what they should do is make it easier to level up, and things you could do to do it, like make tokens. And I'm not saying people buy, they could either buy them with blood points or you could earn them. So like, you know how the rifts have all those extra, not the the exclusive Deep Rift cosmetics, because all the other ones come back, but not the Deep Rift style ones. But moving on to that, but all those other sections where it's just blood points and nothing else, they should put tokens like +5, +10, +20, and if you make it all the way to the end, plus you get a 1 free Prestige 100 token, which you could pick. You use these tokens to pick it on any character. So you get, like, for example, the 5 and the 10. You'll get plus Prestige 5 or Prestige 10 on that character. And if you work really hard to get that Prestige 100 token, you could fully Prestige a character. That would make it more interesting for the less grind. Another thing I want to see you play is, we're good on content, but the problem is, since they're pushing out content a lot, mostly skins, but some of the chapters, maybe at this time, like, finish up the chapters they kind of have planned right now, but maybe take a month, and just a month or two, push back one of the chapters. I know that means you might have to release 2 chapters at the same time, so instead of 3 months each, so when the next one comes out, it would be technically 6 months, you would have, instead of 1 chapter, you'll have 2. And then use 3 months or 2 months and fix bugs. Because this game is like 9 years old or 8 years old, and we're still having bugs in this game. I mean, I understand if they're bugs for like a new chapter, so they have to fix them. But we have some bugs that are still in the game that have been in the game for a while. And now and the game sometimes is just general. It's like, someone asks you, oh, there's a bug in this game, and they just generally say, yeah, that's Dead by Daylight for you because it has bugs. So I think they maybe should take a month or 2 and just do a game health and just fix as many bugs as they can. That would be unique and nice. Now here comes to the next thing I want to see in 2025 or whenever, is we need more things for new players. And I don't mean give them an advantage. For the tutorials, it's basically just saying do gens, hook a person, open an exit gate, and that's it. You gotta do something else for these new players. So give them like a better tutorial so they know what some of the survivors and the killers actually do, because you can't just say do gens, do hooks and everything. It's because each each killer has their unique powers, and you have to do different things to avoid them. So a little better tutorial would be nice. And then also for players, maybe, because I noticed some of them are given like players like the characters things when they buy the character. So let's say you buy Dwight, I mean Dwight's right unlocked, but let's say you buy Michaela. They're giving new players an instant level 1 of the perks when you buy the character, which is good. But I think if you buy the character and they don't put like that special ability I was talking about into survivors, if you buy a survivor, the perks should be automatically level 3. And then for the other characters, you have to level them, but for the character you buy, they're automatically level 3. So it gives the new players a little chance, because I mean, you're basically, let's all say the matchmaking, it's not perfect here. Because you could be a new player, and instead of being thrown to a game with new players to try to learn the game, you're thrown into players that are like maybe playing this game for like 3 years, a couple months, like 8 years, 9 years, have like over 6,000 hours or more. It's like, it's not fun for the new players, so maybe try to do something for the new players. I'm not saying make the game easy for them, but just give them a little more so you don't, it's not an instant, like, you load in the game and you're eliminated. Maybe, like, to stay around in a game for 5 minutes, because the games are usually 10 or 15 minutes. And then they survive at least for 5 or 10 minutes, because then they won't have to go back to the lobby and wait for the games to load, because the games take a while to find. One more thing I would like to see is new things besides just doing a generator, like you hold your mouse on it, and it's like you wait till the skill check goes up. So maybe like you keep the generators, and you keep the doors, and you could either add another part to the doors or the generator. So once you like 100% a gen, and this is not all gens, it's like it'll randomly happen in one of the gens, and it'll put a stop to every gen. So, or just that gen. We don't want to go crazy with the thing. And basically, when that gen stops when it's 100%, you have to go around the map. The part is highlighted for you, but not the killer. You have to run all the way over there, grab it, so it'll throw some time off of that gen, give the killer at least some pressure or just instantly. And what you do is you grab the part, you put it in the gen, and you're all set. And you can you could complete that gen. Or you could do it for the door. You complete all the gens, and then before the door is fully powered, like it's step 1 powered when you do all the gens. The second thing is you go around the map. Again, the part is automatically highlighted for the survivors, so it's not that powerful for the killers. But the killer does know that the survivor has to go find it, so they can patrol the map to make sure. Survivor has to grab the part, go to the door, put it in, and then they can open the door and get out. I don't know. They should do something, because doing gens for like 8 or 9 years and doing nothing else, not finding an extra part or doing another activity, they should just give us something else, because that would be nice. But the thing I do like, but I would like to see more, is these limited time events or game modes. So basically they give us a profile picture, a banner, or even a charm. Maybe a skin would be nice. Basically how we have right now, it's Chaos Shuffle. We had that one when survivors were tiny and the killers were huge. It was, so you guys were mouse and the killer was a giant, which was pretty fun. I want to see new games mode like that. Or Into the Dark is really fun too. Those were all fun game modes. But we should see new ones like Hide and Seek. So basically, the survivor is just hiding, and the killer has to find them. So it would be a 5-minute or a 10-minute match. The killer starts searching, and the survivors could have to hide for the 5 minutes or the 10 minutes. So it'd be 5 minutes, because basically the maps are usually not that big, or some are big. So it's a 5-minute game. The killer tries to find the survivor, and the survivors just try to stay alive. And it's not like where you just find a spot and you just stand there. You can still move around and all that. So basically, it's a one-chance game. So basically, if the killer downs you, it still takes 2 hits, not 1, 2 hits. And instead of hooking you, they could either hook you and it's an instant sacrifice, or they can moor you instantly. So it's like the one where you were shrink down as tiny survivors and the killer down you, and when you get down, he instantly moors you. So it's like that. Like, so you guys gotta just survive, and if you don't make it to 5 minutes, and you'll get, when it hits 0, every survivor that's alive wins, but if they don't, killer wins. So that'd be a fun game mode. Other things that I want to kind of see is we need to step up on some new maps or just rework maps, because at this point, like, we have the Nightmare. He's finally getting buffs for so many years that he was never touched, and now I'm saying, instead of doing maps that are like the same, because the Nightmare map has like many variants of it, we don't need that many variants of one map. Make it one and try to make new ones. There's so many maps you could think of probably that could work in the Entities world, because it's basically, it just drags it. We could get like Like we got a police station or for Raccoon City for Resident Evil. Maybe like a abandoned warehouse, abandoned fire station, or there's so many options of the maps they could do. Or if they don't want to do new maps like a lot and they keep doing variants, just focus on the ones you have and update their graphics or just update them. Because for example, some of the swamps weren't even upgraded in so long. Like we got one swamp upgrade, but there's a few others that weren't ever upgraded. So we need either we are needing new maps or map updates. We do not need many variants of the same map. It's just ridiculous. Now I want to add one final thing. I think we should have a thing where we could see other players' loadouts. And I don't mean in-game lobby. So like, if you see their things and you're like, oh, I could compare this perk with that perk and they could stack or like that. There was a thing like, it was in DVD Mobile, I think. So once everyone picks their character and they ready up, when you're loading, instead of seeing the, you know, the normal five lines and then the line going across when the game loads, you'll see each character and the perks they pick, the items they pick, and so you know what they have and you can work with them and try to figure out how your perks could work with theirs. But it's not like they're stacking all the time because you don't know what they have until the match starts. So that'd be an interesting thing to add and kind of see. So you'll get like and it's not like you're planning with them of how you're gonna plan to use those perks together, because it's solo survivor usually. So you'll see the perks like this guy's running Spine Chill and Quick and Quiet. I'm running Calm Spare and all that. So I could go with him and we could like stealth save or stealth gens without communicating, because we saw what we have at when the game is loading, not when everyone's ready enough and all that. That's the things I want to see in Dead by Daylight, either this year or the coming years, because this game is kind of stale because we keep seeing it's the same thing over and over again. I hope they reduce the grind even more and we see other stuff. And until next time, peace out.